Well, thank you so much for speaking to Good Times. Ghost stories. I mean, after Lust Stories, Ghost Stories was the best transition, is it?
I don't know, because it's Karan's idea. For me, I only want to take what challenges me. I've never done this, and I jumped at it. I said, yeah, let's do it.
True, you said, I mean, it's your first time, and you said this is a film where you can explore subjects that people fear to talk about.
Yeah.
So tell us about the subject, and you are the sole protagonist in this. So
The subject is about a woman who's again trying to have a baby, and she's had a miscarriage in the past, and she's traumatized by that and anxious about this.
and how your own fears play on you. So what was your experience like doing? It's also your first horror film as such.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not really conventional horror. The idea of conventional horror also, I think, changed for me.
Yeah, it's not boo horror.
Yeah, it's not like
It's
some
psychologically.
outer body that's scaring me. It's more like the demons inside my mind, ghosts of my past that really haunt me to an extent where my reality completely alters. You know, like I'm just living in a different zone altogether. And I think that's very true to how we all are. I mean, to put it in the simplest way, we're all like I don't know, hurt by past, I don't know, broken relationships
True.
of any kind, you know. So similarly, I think when there's a little bit of reality, it's always a lot more scary.
But do you believe in ghosts?
I don't. I believe in other kind of ghosts that exist outside.
Actually, we see a lot of ghosts in our present times around us. But what about you? Do you believe in them? Demons, yeah.
Demons.
I believe in that. I believe in the fact that someone can be completely like out of control, of like someone cannot be normal. That I believe.
Yeah, that
but
I also
don't-
believe.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people
So I don't know if I.
who are abnormal.
Yeah.
So those are demons as such. So
Yeah, same.
to
Yeah.
make the ghosts
I
sound
think
to be
so.
like friendly entities than the real entities that we deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think those are all inside us. Just like, I mean, it's not really.
I think the ghosts, as compared to real people, are like Casper.
So also, what's most challenging about doing a horror film?
I think to make people believe, because I chose to do a psychological horror, which is not really about ghosts or things like that. To
It's not a
make people,
conventional shock value.
yeah,
It's not that.
to make people believe it and feel
Invest.
it and live it and just. And that was challenging to make them believe. Also, this one had to, I don't know what all she went through, because when she got her pregnant belly, which was prosthetic, and she was very happy, like, look at my baby, and she was jumping around and dancing around, and her transition to last day when she had a total meltdown and she cried and broke down and was angry. And
So it does take its toll on you, and they often say that when you're doing these shooting ghost films, there's always paranormal activity happening around you. Did you experience anything of that sort?
I actually felt a lot more closer to myself in the sense that like I have disturbing thoughts. I think we all do. Just like little flashes of like wanting to do something. Something as simple as like I look at a cup on a table. I just feel like it falls. Something as simple as that. Like, so it was nice to sort of take it all out and put it in a story. My fears of like, I don't know, being a woman, I have my share of fears.
Yeah.
With regards to my body, with regards to my, I don't know, I don't even know what all. So because of lack of knowledge, because of lack of experience, and I've witnessed like people go through so much and how traumatized they are. So it's just a very underrepresented topic. So it's mysterious to me, and it can really build up. So, yeah.
So why did you choose on this particular topic?
I don't know,
pregnancy?
I have never written a ghost story. When I decided on the idea of ghost story, I put it out in the universe. I'm looking for a ghost story to make. And a lot of scripts came to me. I picked this one which came from within the team. This 22-year-old girl, Isha Luthra, she wrote it. And I'm like, what is this? And I said, have you experienced anything like this? And she's like, no, I haven't. I said, how did you write something like that? And I saw her film school films, which were also like
In this zone.
And it just spoke to me in the sense. I felt like this is what I want to do. Because everything else was pretty conventional.
And also horror as a genre. I mean, we've had the Ramsay brothers, we've had Mahal, we had Gumrah, Bhoot Bangla, movies like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like Mahal Madhumati.
Oh, yes.
I like those things. I think that's also why our colors are very kind of
True.
to create that kind of a space.
But in the 80s and the 90s, suddenly horror went the other way. You know, the Ramsay brothers or those gory
I
faces.
love Ramsay Brothers.
Okay, sorry, this really scared me. But now, suddenly suddenly the genre is coming up. There's horror comedy coming up. You're doing ghost stories. What is it now? Suddenly it's getting its due, you feel?
I think Jason Blum, we must credit him. Blumhouse has been doing some great stuff and has reinvented and or say made it popular again. But growing up on Exorcist, growing up on Nosferatu and Dracula, and I've grown up on horror. I'm a genre freak, but never done a horror before.
What about you? Any favorite horror films? Scared? Any have you ever had a supernatural experience or something?
No, not supernatural. I've always been very scared of like horror films. I don't even watch trailers because I live by myself most of the time and I don't want to put myself through. Like I have very wild imagination, so I don't plunge.
So what was it like then working on it? Did you have a tough time going home, sleeping, and like?
No. Actually, I slept really well. Yeah.
So next time after doing a horror film, when you watch a horror film, you'll not scream, right? Or you'll be okay with it?
Yeah. I don't think I scream even if I'm really scared in any situation, at least not on the outside.
You would probably cry.
Yeah. Like when I'm any extreme emotion, like happy, sad, angry, I cry. That's my outlet, I think. Or I write, whatever. Yeah.
So Anurag, you also make movies that have disturbed us, that have made us think. Now what more?
I hope to continue disturbing everybody. I like to disrupt and disturb.
So you're the disruptor. It's a nice thing to be a disruptor in today's day and age.
सारी फिल्में तो लोगों को खुश करते हैं ना, किसी एक को तो तंग करना चाहिए ना.
सही में. And Sohbita, wedding planner, then you were an agent, Bard of Blood, now this, what more? Exciting times for you though.
Yeah, it's been good. So much of the work I've done in the last 2 years has all come out this year. So it's been fruitful in the sense that it's been a busy year in terms of projects coming out, which is nice. I want to do a lot of work. I want to tell a lot of stories, and I want to tell them when I'm able to tell them. So I want to grow to that level of being able to tell them. That's all I really seek.
And since you both worked before also, so was she the natural choice?
No, she tested for it. We tested 2 people actually.
So, but what was it like being back again after,
Okay, so we have a pact.
Okay.
When we did our first film, I was cast in Raman Raghav after my audition, and it's so easy to end up expecting or hoping or depending on someone who's given you that first chance or something, or for that person to want to maybe further your career, your prospects out of just good intent. But I knew that if that happened, I wouldn't truly be empowered. So it was this sort of unsaid thing that he wouldn't help me with finding work. I wouldn't go to him to ask for work, and that's what kept our bond both respectful, healthy, and genuinely close.
No, nothing. She's also a friend, so whenever I'm doing anything, she does know what I'm doing. And whenever she feels like it, she says, "Can I test for it? देख लो ना मेरे को. अच्छा लगे तो लेना, नहीं लगे मत लेना." That's how it is. That's how it is.
Yeah.
हमारा ये था इस बार, I'll do this short film without Radhika.
Okay, between Radhika and Sohbita, who's the first choice ever for you?
ऐसा सवाल नहीं पूछना चाहिए.
उसे कान बंद कर.
राधिका के साथ मैंने 3 शॉर्ट फिल्म की हुई है. So Radhika was the first choice, but not anymore, because Radhika has made a blanket rule that I will not do another short film with you. मेरे पास feature लेके आ, नहीं तो मेरे को शक्ल मत दिखा.
अच्छा.
उसका मैंने feature नहीं किया. So राधिका से ही rejected हुआ.
अच्छा, और आप बताओ. खोलो कान खोलो. Thoughts. Okay, so if a ghost was to walk in now, what would your reaction be?
You look familiar. Are you the home minister?
तो पिटवाएंगे. आप क्या करोगे?
So, the first thought I had was for some ex walking in. That's the closest.
Lava. A famous ghost. As you say, the ghosts are much better than the demons lurking around. A famous ghost that you would actually want to meet with and maybe have coffee with.
Like a dead person?
Dead person, yeah. A ghost that in time you were like, I would like to meet this person.
Yeah, I would like to meet the ghost of Hitler and bring him here and make him talk to the people and talk about his experience and how
The legacy.
The legacy that he kind of doesn't want to, which is the burden on him, because of which he's still stuck in the, can't transition anywhere else.
It's true.
Because
It's true. Are you
they would
trying to
learn
make
from it.
make a movie on those lines?
I don't know.
What about you?
Maybe like, I read so much Charles Bukowski in the last like 1 or 2 years. I think it'll be nice to sort of like be around him and to see, because he writes so much about his everyday life that I want to see how much of it is really real.
It's quite real.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Now, since you both have done a horror film, now will you scream next time you see a horror film?
No.
You'll be like,
No, I'll enjoy horror films. I like being scared. I like being on the edge.
yeah.
Aren't you at the edge anyways, living in the times we do?
Yeah, that is true.
Anyways, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you very much.